Hello Internet, and welcome to an AnAuthorPlays SkillQuest. So I was looking around on Congregate for something to do for the channel. And I admit I haven't looked a whole lot of stuff on Congregate just because I typically default to GameJolt. And I saw this, and it had an interesting description, but I wasn't expecting a browser game. I figure I'll give it a shot anyway. I mean, worst case scenario, we know it's here. So I guess we'll take a look now and see what we've got. So I guess I can select a skill. I guess I'll farm. And... oh, I just clicked that? Okay, so I guess I just click this a bunch. Oh, really? Is this like... oh, come on. Is this really like... allow mosquitoes to bite you. Is this really like cookie clicker and that kind of thing? That doesn't sound fun to me. Like, at all. Just not at all. Okay, well, I guess we'll see what happens. So, I'm allowing mosquitoes to bite me. Yeah, this is gonna be a bust. Not too sure what I should be doing here. I'm just kind of passively watching numbers grow. So I guess you just kind of get to the point where you automate all your skills and then just click to level them up every now and again. I'm not... like, the other sad thing is there's not a whole lot of sound, like any, in this game. You just kind of watch numbers go up. So, that's fun. You know, I was hoping that this would be like a browser RPG, where you can just basically just go in, and like it said, you know, you start off as a regular villager, and you can eventually work up to the point where you're fighting stupid powerful monsters and what have you, and it's just kind of not like at all. Help an old lady. I will use my farming prowess to help her because that makes sense. I'm gonna farm her some better legs. I'm gonna grow her some better legs so that way she can just rip off the old ones, stick the new ones on, and next thing you know, she'll be winning marathons, right? That's how you use farming to help an old lady across the street. It's just like, give me a couple months, give me a season, and I will grow you some fantastic legs. I'm kind of impressed that I can do all of this stuff all at once. Like, I'm fishing, I'm farming, and I'm getting buff all at the same time. So I imagine I'm sitting there with, like, a sickle in one hand. Well, I guess you don't use a sickle, but I'm... level up. There we go. I imagine that I'm just kind of, like, picking up all of these cabbages and then attaching them to, like, a weight set and then just bench pressing, like, hundreds of cabbages in order to like, boost my strength. Help a friend move. We'll use our farming again, apparently. That gives us the most experience. So I guess I'm at the point where now I am so massive and so healthy that my just existing gives me a little bit of money, because every time this bar fills up on Constitution or Strength, you can see there's like this 2 GP or 7 GP for farming or whatever. So I guess I'm at the point now where I'm just so buff that I just kind of like flex in the marketplace, and people are like, just take our money. Just take it. You truly are the epitome of mankind, and we should be putting our resources into you to propagate our species. It's a very Darwinistic society, so don't question it. You don't know their life. What does upgrade do? I'm kind of tempted to click that just to see what it does. Yeah, we'll upgrade farming. Farm big cabbages. Oh, okay. So that gives me even... oh, okay. So that gives me even more money when I do the thing. So that's... I mean, that's cool. So I guess this is very much like the cookie clicker style of game, where you just kind of click things every now and again, and you watch numbers go up, and it's fun to do that. I don't know... like, it's never been my style of game, just because it's not super interesting to me. But hey, everybody's got different tastes, right? So can't really knock it unless you give it a shot. I do kind of feel like I was misled a little bit by the description, but I'm not overly salty about that because... oh, there we go, cool. I'm not overly salty about that, so I'm not really worried about it. Okay. Village Talent Show Qualifiers. Show off your large... oh, okay. So I guess I guess these are all things that I could level up. Oh, I get it. So, like, whatever skill I use will basically change the experience or the time it takes for me to do the thing, depending on how good at the thing I am. So that's interesting. I'm not really sure why I would do anything other than farming for these quests that let me do that, because I'm so good at it at this point. Can I learn any other skills yet? I could learn fortune telling. That'd be cool. You know, if I had that capability. Do I have to complete all of these quests in order to unlock another place? Is that how this was? Is this like World of Warcraft, where you have to do all of the quests in an area and then some NPC shows up and was like, okay, you're done, you're going to the next area. So it seems kind of boring. Hit the road. I'm going to hit the road, alright. I'm going to level up my constitution. Trade your best cabbages for a good horse. I'm going to do that. That seems like something I would do. What do I want to upgrade? I don't really know. What is my XP even for? Like, what does this do? I don't see, like, a listing for experience anywhere. I guess I'll upgrade my fishing. Just because I have no idea what else I could be doing with that stuff. I'm not sure. Like, I see the appeal of this because it's a very easy, low-key sort of game, so you don't have to, you know, work real hard at it, I guess you could say. You just kind of let everything do its own thing, and it feels like you're doing stuff the whole time, which is cool. But it's not my particular cup of tea, like I've said, because it's just not super interesting mechanically. I'm trying to get out of this, like, villager stage to see if it maybe gets a little bit more interesting once I fight monsters. But I guess we'll find out together. Oh, I can travel to a new place now. That's interesting. Danger zone. Danger zone? Archer reference? I don't get it. These woods are situated between the Esterford and Dangerous South Teeth. Prerequisite skills. Attack, defense, ranged, healing, constitution, woodcutting, and hunting. Okay, XP bonus times 2. Available for locked 8. Oh, I guess I should complete all of these quests before I move on. Come on, there we go. I should complete all of these quests before I go. I don't know. Let's level up all this nonsense. There we go. We'll figure it out once I've got these quests done, I suppose. Okay, so with that quest done, it seems like we can move on to Esterwood. So I guess we'll travel there. Oh, and I have lost the stuff that I was doing. Time until death? Excuse me? Okay, so let's get, I guess, attack, defense. So let's get attack. We'll automate that. We'll get defense, and we'll automate that. Let's get healing. We'll automate that. Let's level these up. And Constitution? I don't see why not. Oh geez, level all this nonsense up. Treat scratches. Interesting. Okay. So... now what? Do I just continue to watch numbers grow again? Is that what's happening? Quests. Wood Gatherer. I will haul boulders. That's what I will do, because I am strong man. I am very strong man. So I like that there's an hourly damage mechanic, because I remember seeing some folks, or hearing some folks, when it came to, like, Cookie Clicker or whatnot, they would just let their browser run. Once they got to a point, they would just let their browser run, like, overnight. And that would allow them to just kind of passively go to the next stage or whatever as they were playing. So I guess there's that. So I guess it causes you to be a little bit more interactive with the game, which, I mean, I guess is fine, except for the fact that there's not a whole lot of reason, I guess you could say, for that, because this isn't a very interactive genre of game. These kinds of, you know, passive browser games don't exactly, like, that's the whole point, as far as I know, is to allow the player to kind of do something fun or interesting while also, there we go, while also doing other work. There we go. That's the phrase I wanted. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna build up to the 6,000 mark. I don't know, actually. That seems kind of bad, because I'm not getting a whole lot of money right now. Maybe I should have something other than Constitution going. So I guess let's drop Constitution. We'll do woodcutting. And then we'll upgrade that in order to get ourselves more money. It seems good. Quests. Something else I've noticed with the way levels work for these individual skills is that you're required to click on them in order to level them up, but the experience seems to carry over through that level, so you don't have to immediately click the skill in order to level up. It'll kind of pool that experience for later levels. Excuse me. It's just in order to see your numbers go up, you have to actually interact with the medium. Which, again, I guess makes it so you have to focus on this a little bit more, but this still isn't... like, just kind of mindlessly clicking on things isn't really gonna do it, you know? Okay, so I guess now we can purchase this skill slot. And should we learn ranged or hunting? Looks like we should go ranged. So I guess we'll pick that up. And click on this every now and again. Just to build up our money a little bit. Oh, to level it up, I should say. Because we're not really getting any money from this right now. And now we can automate it. There we go. Cool. Shoot a barn. Okay. So now for my quests. Target practice, I don't have that yet. Defense, I will definitely do that. Level up our ranged. Okay, and now we are going to help build the defenses of the farm so they don't get attacked by the geese again. Because everybody knows that the geese, although easily frightened, will return, and in greater numbers. So, it just kind of dawned on me that the ranged skill says that we're practicing by shooting at a barn. So I can't help but wonder, are we capable of hitting a broadside of a barn at level 12? One would hope so. But I wonder when we first started off like level 1, level 2-ish, could we hit the broadside of a barn? These are the questions we ask ourselves. So I guess the point of all of this stuff in the beginning is to determine like what kind of character we want to go with. I haven't seen any magic yet, and that's kind of like my shtick when I play these kinds of games, is I like going magic. But I guess ranged would kind of fit into that. So I think I may do that. Yeah, we don't have magic yet. So, you know what? I think I'm going to do that. I mean, it's not like I can afford another skill slot anytime soon anyway. So let's upgrade our ranged. Let's upgrade our healing. So I wonder how we as a villager ended up getting put into a position where we could go out on an adventure. I mean, do we just kind of have that sort of innate to us, or what? Was our dad an adventurer, or our mom? Have we been wronged by an evil that we must have that we now have decided we must go out and remedy, or what? I don't know. I really don't. Block puppies. Sorry, I'm just kind of like, I haven't been paying a whole lot of attention to this like white flavor text up here. So I guess that's where the humor of the game comes from, because it's certainly making me chuckle. It kind of loses the appeal though, because you just kind of sit here and stare at it all the time. And especially, I don't know if I was supposed to like pick up hunting or what, but This is just not going quickly. You know what? Let's try learning hunting. We'll automate that. Hunt down some bargains. Yeah, boy. There we go. So I've also noticed that all the skills have different synergies with them. So, like, by having certain skills that you're working on, you are also better at other skills. So, like, if I highlight over, say, healing. Healing here shows that by having defense, we get a bonus to our healing, which my assumption is we level that faster. There we go. If we go over hunting, we can see that the ranged gives us plus 27%, which is why this speed is 127 rather than 100. So that's pretty handy. There we go. In the sense that, you know, you can boost these skills even faster by having like the right sort of build. But it does make you very focused. So you can't really branch out and do other types of quests without swapping out your skills. So I guess that's kind of interesting. I mean, it is very interesting. It's just not my... I don't know. Like I said, this isn't really my genre. So we'll level that up, level that up. We will upgrade our hunting to hunt mice. More sword practice. So I'm actually not sure how we're supposed to go about recovering hit points. Because I see that we have like this HP bar here in the top middle area. There we go. And I'm not sure how to go about recovering that. I guess we can level up strength and farming, so that's fun. I don't know, I don't really get it. Like, I don't really know what we're supposed to be doing with that. With that, rather. On the bright side, we're about to finish saving this traveling merchant from a flock of seagulls, so that's cool. We'll level up our ranged. Lost pig. So we shall use our... Oh, we're going to use our range to track that little piggy down, because that's going to take way less time than otherwise. And I guess we'll upgrade our defense, too. So we're going to block children. Nice. I don't know how blocking children is giving us money. I guess we're kind of like sitting outside of the like schoolyard, and it's just kind of like, hey, you want to go in there? Let's see that lunch money, kid. Yeah, do you know who I am? I've got 23 in defense. I hunt pigs for a living. Let's see that lunch money, kid. And the kid's just like, oh god, not the dreaded pig hunter. Here, take all of it. And we just do this for every kid that walks into the schoolyard. Every kid that walks into the schoolyard is actually, when that bar fills up, is when they'd throw the money in our hand. And there's just kind of like this line of kids perpetually coming into the schoolyard. There you go. That's how we do it. And the attack, we're then in between taking the lunch money from the children. We're right next to this chicken pen. So every now and again we just kind of pick up this chicken and punch it in the face. And then it's like, yeah, you want that, you stupid chicken? Chickens are assholes, by the way. I don't know if any of you guys have ever, like, been around or handled chickens before, but my grandfather has a couple up on his farm. And god, are they jerks. They're fighting all the time. Not really fighting all the time, but they're just... I wouldn't want to deal with them. I would not want to deal with them. Props to my grandfather for dealing with them. We need to boost our hunting. So I'm gonna do this quest for hunting. You know, if it was this easy to be an adventurer, like, in real life... Are you kidding me? I would do this for a living. I would do this for a living, absolutely, hands down. But instead, no, you have to actually, like, go out and hunt monsters. What would the modern equivalent of an adventurer be these days, now that I think about it? Not that adventuring was really a thing in, you know, the fantasy RPG sense. Not that people went out and, like, looted dungeons for a living back in the days, obviously. But what would the modern day equivalent of that be? If you guys have any ideas, then I guess tell me in the comments down below. because I'm actually really curious, now that I've got the gears turning, what the modern day adventurer would be. Somebody who goes out... I guess the boring answer would be kind of like a sort of like jack of all trades handyman kind of guy, where it's like, yeah, I know plumbing, I know electricity, I know cars, I know air conditioning. I said air conditioning? I may have said air conditioning. But anyways, like, I guess it could be one of those guys where it's just like, yeah, I know a little bit about all these kinds of machines, and then he goes in and fixes them. And then maybe, like the freelancer, maybe he's a freelancer. So he doesn't really work for a specific company. It's just kind of like, yeah, people call me on like Craigslist or whatever and they got a problem and I fix it. I guess that's the first thing that comes to mind. But I guess, like, there are still like military mercenaries nowadays. So I guess maybe that would be it. In terms of like, I guess that could be it. I don't know. I'm really not sure. Again, like I said, if you guys have any ideas, then tell me down below. But that's mainly just because I'm curious and have way too much idle time on my hands given the game I'm playing. Jeez, our hunting went up twice for completing that quest. Are the zombie bats? Snipe the bats. Not the bats! Yeah, we'll do that. A pack of zombie bats swoops into the woods. Yeesh, that does not sound fun. But it looks like we can upgrade our ranged skill, so I think I'm going to do that. Shoot large animals. So I might, like, are we talking like elephants and, you know, that kind of stuff, or horses? Probably like horses and bears, considering this is supposed, like, if this is the standard fantasy RPG setting, that's probably based off of like medieval Europe. I don't know. I'm actually quite confused. But, you know what? I think we've been playing this for a while. I'm sitting here looking at the waveform, and we've been playing this game for 40 minutes now at this point. It's probably not going to feel like 40 minutes for you guys, because I'm going to edit all the boring shit out. Anyways, I was going to make a bad joke about, oh, this whole game is boring, but you know what? I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. I'm too nice. So anyways, like I said, this wasn't a very interesting game, and I admit I was a little misled by the description, but I wanted to see if it would get a little bit more interesting, and it's kind of taken way too long to get there for my personal tastes. So I don't think I'm going to come back to this for the channel. It's just kind of blah, for me at least. I hope you guys enjoyed, like, just sitting down and hearing me ramble about random nonsense, though, because this game was just not interesting, and I hope I kind of made up for that. I guess if I did, then go ahead and do all that fun stuff of the YouTube trifecta, liking, commenting, and subscribing. I love to see all the comments penned down below, especially with that, you know, that call I said earlier. I'm really curious to know what you guys think the modern adventurer would be in terms of a profession. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. Hope I made this at least a little bit more entertaining, and I hope to catch you guys in the next chapter. Bye-bye. Well, if you like skinny dudes, you got one right here, right? I mean, look at this crap. That's my pinky. That's my pinky right there. Oh, man. I do not have the frame for bodybuilding at all.